Hello YouTube, this is Wheelchair21 coming at you with the rolling review for WWE Elite Collection Series 24. The Miz, who is in his recent attire to his heelish, tweenish, we don't know what to do with you persona, with this nice, wonderful charcoal black and silver trimmed trench coat. Now the worst part about it is, it has the B Miz tattooed logo all over the back, but the only way you can see it is with this glare. Because for some reason, the camera just doesn't want to pick it up. Because of how dark and dense it is. If it's a Mattel entrance jacket, for some reason, the arms are molded to which you can't actually pose it. It's just one static piece of plastic. And it's obviously the con of the figure. Because Miz likes to trudge around, moving his arms, swaying, and doing a lot of stupid crap when he comes out. So it really is not aesthetically pleasing, since all you can really do is just move his legs, head, and such when posing the figure while wearing the jacket. But once the jacket is off, the figure has got more playability, its points of articulation increases to the basic amount that a normal figure should have. Now, this Miz figure, the actual tights and attire he has are this nice basic black and gray, white design, with the WWE logo flipped over to his new type of logo, the M logo for Miz, because he is awesome. His, generic retool like he did with the championship belt when he was champion back in, 2012. Another thing is he has B-Miz on his ass. And on both his boots, he has awesome written on the inside of both the feet. The designs are really cool because they're jagged arrows, lightning bolts, and are shaped to look like flames. A really cool and awesome jagged design for these tights and boots. His knee pads are a lot looser than most of the basic Mattel figures, which is great. So with the boots and knee pads, he actually can get a lot more articulation and poses done compared to other figures that are kind of stuck and hinged right out of the packaging. And you gotta wait till it warms up and loosens up over time. His points of articulation are the basics of the head, the shoulder, the actual bicep joint at the top of the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, along with that, he has the ab crunching ability, waist ability. The hips, they're actually as tight as my Jericho from Series 20. The actual thigh, though, isn't as tight. Double jointed knees, like I said, the knee pads are actually better, actually give you the ability to bend so he can perform his figure 4, which is horrible, may I say. I wish he never got that move as a finisher. His boot actually moves. And his ankle just moves back and forth. The actual joint that allows you to kick and stuff is really, really tight. That is the only problem and stability issues that come from most Mattel figures. Overall, this is a wonderful figure to have. It actually does look quite a lot like him. I mean, the hair is a little bit too dark, but does at least resemble him, as most figures do or do not. Since he is able to have all these points of articulation and features, he is able to perform his skull-crushing finale. He's able to perform his figure 4, and since there are several title belts, you can put them on him, such as when he was WWE Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, Tag Team Champion, and the Unified Tag Team Champion. They've made all these belts, and you can actually display them all on The Miz. So it is easy to recreate certain ways that The Miz was. You would just probably need a different type of jacket, or a shirt, or a different waistband that has different tights, boots, knee pads, and the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is weirdly enough not highlighted on the career highlights, even though it was listed on other figures. I guess they just ran out of space. In this wave, you can also get Rey Mysterio, Ziggler, Ryback, Wade Barrett, and Trish Stratus, which the only figures I really cared about in this wave were The Miz and Trish, because Trish is a chaser figure. She's great to have as a figure itself, as a collector's item, because it is wearing one of her more signature attires that she's well known for wearing, and comes with her WWF/E Women's Championship. Whereas The Miz just comes with a jacket in this huge-ass box, which is overly too big to just fit this figure and jacket that is already applied to him. They are worth the price of at least $15. If you can get them on a good sale, they sometimes go down to $12.99, which is more reasonable than their actual retail of $15.99 to $16.99, or even extremely enough, $19.99 in some varied places. I don't know why it reaches that high, because that's obviously absurd, but these are a collector's line, so I see why they're hiking up prices, just because they sell out fast compared to the basic waves. Overall, out of 5 stars, Miz hits at least a good 4 because of articulation, details. There are amazing details all about his actual wrestling gear, and his jacket accessory is his only con. If the jacket had more give to it in the arms, it would be an automatic 5. This is definitely a good figure. The accessory is nice as a display piece, but to actually pose the figure with, it is just incredibly retarded. It is a horrible piece because of how stiff the shoulders are. So I recommend that if you get this and you have it on, you better just keep Miz very static, very well, just standing, not trying to display him doing any signature poses. If you use a display ring or display stand that looks similar to a turnbuckle style, just keep it very basic, because that's all you're going to get when wearing that accessory. As for now, this has been a rolling review from Wheelchair 21. You can find me here on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram is Taja_Doyle, over at HeroTaku.com, and on the Raijo Nihon's podcasts, such as my personal own Toku Anime News or WRW, along with Morphin Bracers, Anisatsu Podcast, the Ultracast, and the other one, Unit Chronicles.